E aí? Salve! E aí? Um minuto, um minuto. Tiraram até um minuto, caralho. Falei, Marcos, Juliano, beleza, man? Ansiosos aí pelo evento? Salve, Marcos! E aí, ó o logo novo aí, escrito de 3 meses. Ficou legal, hein, Marcos? Agora... Salve, Bruno, meu camarada! Voltamos, hein? PC tá voando aqui, meu. Não passa de 2% a CPU. É que já começou a ter que dar F5 lá? Impressionante. Agora consegue, né? Sai, Ricão, live com o cheiroso logo após. Logo após. A gente vai dar um tempo, né? Porque é 9 horas, né? Mas voltamos às 9 mesmo. Vai ser irado com o cheirosão. O cheirosão lá da turma do Chiboca. Vai aparecer aí de noite, meu? Hoje vai ser irado com o cheiroso. Tá testando com ele agora há pouco. Tá com cabelo grandão ele, mano. Show, man. Tamo junto, man. Obrigado aí pela moral. Porra, o Bruno nem fala. Tava rindo com ele agora, mano. A gente tava testando aqui, rindo pra caralho. Aí, Bruno, o do Marcos aí. Ô, Marcos, ó, escreve alguma coisa no chat aí pro Bruno ver o símbolo. Olha lá o símbolo, velho. De 3 vezes o distintivo. Top, velho. Caralho, muito bom, velho. O meu é qual? Como é que fica o meu? Oi. O meu fica rosa. O meu é rosa também. E aí, Games Radar, vai, o que vocês estão esperando? Eu quero ver o Extinction, né? Extinction. Vai vir exclusivo, será? Será? Ó, o Diego Palma tá aí também, safado. Asa Noturna. Salve aí, galera. Manda um salve no chat aí pra eu te mandar um salve. Games Radar tá enrolando a gente, hein? 3 minutos de atraso, hein? Eu, hein? Salve! Killzone é maior que Halo. Porra, Adri Araújo, tá de sacanagem, né? Com essa porra de Killzone. Salve, Fernando, meu camarada! Fernando Monstro. Caralho, Killzone. Se você falar qual é o nome do personagem principal do Killzone, eu acredito em você, cara. Sem olhar no Google. Salve, Lolusco Monstro! Salve aí, Lolusco! E aí, meu camarada, como é que você tá? Vocês estão esperando do evento? Cara, falar nisso, bati 500 lá no YouTube, cara, com a ajuda de vocês aí, dos amigos aí. Bati 500 pessoas lá no YouTube. Top, man. Tô indo atrás de 1000, né? Aí já tá batendo a meta lá de 4.000 horas também. Tem nem ideia. Viu? O Game Radar tá atrasado, hein? Atrasado, hein? 4 minutos já atrasado. Não deixaram o contador, né, cara? Tava faltando 15 minutos, aí desceram pra 3, aí depois pra 1, assim, rápido, assim, em 2 segundos eles desceram. Aí depois botaram aí, esperando o game já dar. Porra, 40 jogos? Se cada um. Vamos ver quanto tempo aqui. Cada um vai ser 2 minutos. 2 minutos é muito? É uma apresentação de um jogo? O que vocês acham? Se foi 2 minutos, num. Vai dar um tempinho legal, né? 1h20, né? Sem contar a apresentação, tal. E aí? Ih. Tudo aí que pode ser próprio. Dá play nisso aí, cara. É assim. E 20? Tá vendo onde? Na Twitch, Bruno? E aí, meu camarada, Nil? Vem ver com a gente aqui? Tá muito alto o som Tá muito alto, galera? Vocês estão ouvindo a página? Confirma aí pra mim, galera. Vocês estão ouvindo a página? Caralho. Como é que eu pego o som do... Por que não tá pegando o som da parada? Ih! Caralho, não tá pegando lá o som. Tô no BS, pô. Vou ter que botar o quê? E agora? Agora foi. Agora eu gostei. Beleza. Isso aqui. Pode abaixar, meu. Quer que eu abaixe um pouquinho? E agora, Bruno? Melhorou? E aí? Começou uma baladinha LGBT. Y, D, H, I. Mais. Melhorou, Bruno? Veia? Cadê o Diego Palma? Olha o sniper aí. Chupada dimensional. Pô, chupada dimensional é top. Caralho. Como é que é? Aquela tirinha lá do Naruto lá, né? Pô, aí, mó musiquinha mesmo, ô Nil. Mó musiquinha. Né? O Nation FX. Parece aquela coisa. É pior que é mesmo. Cara, eu joguei aquele jogo de sinuca que você jogou, Nil? Aquele. Sinuca Ataca? O Nation FX. Isso aí, o Nation FX, isso aí mesmo. Fiz meu zinhozinho nele. Cara, lembra do Side Pocket do Super Nintendo? Que era tipo tipo Las Vegas. Side Pocket. Cara, eu curtia muito aquilo, cara. Tô usando ele pra farmar o reward nas contas. Era bom demais. É o Lolusky, né? É um péssimo desafio. Cara, vou te contar que eu botava régua na TV de tubão. Eu botava régua assim. Sério, meu. Teve uma vez que eu pedi pro meu pai assim, eu botei a régua, aí ele botou a fita métrica, tá ligado? Que ia bater na quina, sacou? Caralho, ele uniu. Eu tinha um cartucho do Side Pocket 3. Aí, 4 minutos, 4 minutos. Aí, com o microfone em cima tá maneiro, né? Tô gostando dele aqui em cima. Galera, eu vou começar assistindo aqui, assim. Se atrapalhar esse quadradinho aqui meu aqui, eu sumo com o quadradinho. Combinado? Mas eu acho que não vai atrapalhar não, né? Nunca aparece nada aqui no canto, né? Mas se eu sentir que tá atrapalhando, eu já... Eu dou aquele mortal giratório que a gente conhece assim, ó. Beleza? 3 minutos. É, meu. Vamos ver isso aí. Tem que mudar o quarto inteiro aqui, meu. Não dá. Tem que mudar muita coisa na minha vida. É muito sub. Uma coisa devagar, meu. Primeiro PC já chegou, já, porra. Felizão. Vou ter que agradecer. Daqui a pouco eu agradeço, né? Quando acabar essa live aqui, eu ia fazer um post lá no Twitter, lá agradecendo, no grupo também. Sim. Mas vamos ver, tá pequenininho aqui, eu diminuí. Qualquer coisa eu posso diminuir se vocês quiserem. Mas já está bem pequeno, cara. Eu tava vendo os vídeos do ano passado, mas a cena era tudo 10 segundos no meio, entendeu? Por isso que eu não me importei em botar aqui no cantinho. Será que vai aparecer o Gotham Knights lá, o novo jogo lá do Batman, que fez o Batman Arkham City? O que vocês estão achando que vai aparecer legal? Deve aparecer Lego também, né? EA, né? EA não. Lego, né? A SEGA, cara. O que a SEGA vai mostrar? Será que mostra a campanha do... foi adiado, mas às vezes mostra alguma coisa, né? Será que vai mostrar... Aquele Station vai mostrar, que vem para Xbox, né? E aí tá fazendo o que de novo? FIFA, NBA, né? Será que tem algum jogo diferente? Minuto e 40, aí sim. Tem um Sonic. Pô, SEGA também é Sonic, né? Vai trazer o Ninja Gaiden novo, alguma coisa assim? Ninja Gaiden é dela ainda? Da SEGA ou tá na Team Ninja lá? Cara, o Warner, eu gosto de jogos da Warner. Senhor dos Anéis, né? Batman, Mad Max. Bora, 25 segundos. E aí? Fala isso, tem que atualizar a agenda aí. E Socias, né? Sociais aí, tá foda. Zero. Ih.
You better watch closely. Oh yeah.
I think it's about to get exciting.
Gostando, hein? Só indie. Só indie. GTA 2.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Show, show, meu. Valeu. Bora. Vários mil Gzão, hein? É o evento de garapa, hein? Ih, vai mostrar o novo do Senhor dos Anéis? Já gostei, hein?
Hello and welcome to the Future Game Show pre-show! Hi guys, I'm Stephanie Panicello, but you may better recognize me as Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2. Luckily, I'm not on zombie duties today. Thank you, Leon. I'm really sorry though. I'm here to guide you through an exclusive first look at some exciting games from our friends at Daedalic Entertainment. The main show kicks off in just a few minutes, but why wait when we can dive into world exclusive reveals right now? To kick things off, here's Daedalic to tell us more about them and what they have in store.
Hi, my name is Carsten Fichtelmann. I am the CEO and founder of Daedalic Entertainment. Welcome to our offices in beautiful Hamburg, Germany.
Hey.
Our team is currently working from home, but I am in the office, alone. Daedalic is now in its 15th year as a developer and publisher. Over the course of this time, our studio has created a long list of original games, from classical adventure games like Edna and Harvey, The Whispered World and the Deponia series, to the tactical RPG Blackhearts and the interactive adaptation of Ken Follett's Pillars of the Earth. We are very proud of our work, all the critical acclaim and awards that we have received over the years. And most of all, the fantastic support of our fans worldwide. 2 years ago, we first announced that we will enter the world of Middle-earth with our new action-adventure, The Lord of the Rings Gollum. Our goal is to take this fascinating character and tell a story that offers a new perspective on this familiar tale while being faithful to the wonderful work of J.R.R. Tolkien. The game will be released in 2022. We are very excited to give you a first sneak peek at the end of this showcase today.
Vai, me surpreende, vai.
Working as a development studio has also influenced our direction as a publisher. We understand developers and what matters most to them. That is why the teams we work with always have full creative control over their games, as we try to do our best to help them realize their vision. We are always looking for fresh and innovative new experiences, games that engage players in deep storylines like The Suicide of Rachel Foster, or challenge their strategic abilities like in Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun or Iratus Lord of the Dead, or connect players all over the world in fast-paced multiplayer action like Barotrauma, Witched or Unrailed, a game that you can play anywhere with anyone all over the world on PC and the consoles via
Cara, de muitos mil Gs aí, hein?
We are excited to share with you what comes next in our journey. Today we will provide you a closer look at some of the games coming in 2021 and beyond, new reveals and surprises along the way. One of the most beloved games, Shadow Tactics, from Mimimi Games, is celebrating its 5-year anniversary this December. Shadow Tactics took players to Japan during the Edo period. With a group of 5 skilled specialists, you fight on behalf of the Shogun in a game that reinvigorated the hardcore tactical stealth genre.
Lembra do Comandos do PC?
Our plans to return to Japan later this year. Take a look.
Eita. Vamos lá. Mimimi!
How do you do it, huh? How can you act like nothing happened?
I was forced to master my emotions at a very young age. Now, shall we begin?
Let's finish this. Ready when you are.
Ready, Aiko-san.
Shadow Tactics. Shadow Tactics Blades of Shogun. Final de 2021.
Aiko's Choice is a standalone expansion for Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, coming late in 2021. And you can wishlist it now on Steam.
Só
From the
PC.
beauty of Japan, we now head to the bottom of the ocean, where horror lurks in the shadows, and every step you take may be your last.
Não tinha nada ali, não. Achei que tinha alguma coisa ali. Pô, pra que comprar o ONX, meu? Aí os jogos aí, cara. Nil, a gente que tá certo, ó, jogando 1000Gzinho aí, ó. Isso aí tá com cara. Isso aí não tá nem com cara de 1000G, cara. Caralho, jogar 4 pessoas. Depois eu faço isso, Gil. Não sabia que dava pra fazer, não. Pois é, você me ensina a fazer isso aí. Boa ideia. Ih, caralho. Deixa eu ver se eu entendi. Estamos dentro de uma mina e tem agora um bicho... Não é nem um zumbi, né? Pô, Steam e tal. Ah, pô, tudo Steam. Tem Xbox não.
If you're feeling brave enough, Hidden Deep is coming to early access in May. Wishlisted on Steam today to stay up to date on the latest developments. I'll let you in on a little secret. When I grow up, I want to be an android bounty hunter.
Vamos contando aí, dois, hein?
Fast cars, crazy weapons, and endless villains to use them on. Luckily for me, this next game makes all those dreams come true.
Terceiro jogo.
Are gang disputes keeping you up at night?
Do you want to love good?
Hi, my name is Maciej. I'm the lead developer of Dark Lord, and today I will show you one of the missions from our game Glitchpunk. You will get a sneak peek into the second episode.
Não lembra GTA 2?
Brainwashed Ordo fanatics, an anarchistic biker gang called Reapers, and working-class android rebels known as the Plague.
É um evento da Games Radar, o Marcão. São 40 jogos que vão lançar.
The police already knows that something's very wrong on the streets of Baltia.
É PC também, é F11, ó.
Might soon show up. But if everything goes well, we will see this contract finished, earning some extra cash and perhaps a new tech.
Caralho, GTA 2,
Glitchpunk, your character progresses through new modules that give you new hacks, new abilities and passive stat increases. It allows you to mess with pedestrians, gang members and police officers in all sorts of ways. Instead of fighting solo against a group of enemies, it might be a good idea to start up a fight between gangs and police. Hacking system and branching storyline are the major features of the game. Right after this mission, there is a chance to push the story into one of two possible directions. All of that adds to the replayability of the game. I hope you enjoyed this short presentation and keep an eye on our Steam page and Discord channel for more updates in the future.
Só Steam.
To prepare yourself for cyberpunk carnage and sandbox action across multiple cities, you can wishlist Glitchpunk on Steam right now.
Glitchpunk, 3 Steam, hein?
Delic Entertainment is well known for their point-and-click adventure pedigree, and our next game continues that tradition. So open your inventory and prepare yourself for a brand new announcement.
World premiere.
World premiere. Essa empresa não faz pra console, né? Então esses jogos é tudo PC. É pra PC, né? Vai jogar no PC, Nil? Caralho, olha o gráfico dessa porra. Feio pra caralho. Cyberpunk de pop. Caralho, Cyberpunk de pop foi bom, velho. É. Cara, nenhum me chamou atenção agora. É, esse aí tá com muita cara de 1000G. Jesus. Right click. Tá live, Chirula. Voltei, man. I'm back. Aí, Xbox. Aí, ó. Já anota aí, Nil.
You're going to need a co-partner you can rely on in our next game, as 2 racers are connected by elastic. That's right, elastic. What could possibly go wrong? Let's find out in this brand new announcement.
Request aqui. Vamos lá. Splice side. Nossa senhora.
Go, Ash! Okay, you gotta pick a side. What? Ash!
Jazz, you started on the left and then you went right, Jazz. That is on you.
Ai, meu Deus do céu.
Okay, oh, this is like Sarlacc. Alright, jump! Oh, we got balloons!
Tá cara de Nintendo Wii, né? Switch aí. Nintendo Wii Switch. Tá com cara de Switch, né?
Get off of us! Get off of us! You get off of us! Jump, jump! Oh, we made that. Barely we made that. Okay.
É um Fall Guys diferente, né? Com em dupla.
Alright. I'm a serious bumblebee here, yo. I don't know about you.
Okay. There we go. Yeah! Oh, they're gonna get it!
It's pizza!
Tá com cara de ser um Shin também, ó.
That was only a tiny peek. To watch the full video, you can check out the Stumped YouTube channel after our show. Link to the finished releases in the second half of 2021, and you and your friends can wishlist it on Steam today. Next up, I want you to imagine a strategy game designed by medieval monks. Yeah, medieval monks. I bet you weren't expecting to hear those words in today's show. This game is one of a kind, so let's take a look.
Thousands of medieval books, a testimony to
Caralho, onde é que os coelhos mandam no mundo?
Pourquoi les escargots combattent les chevaliers?
Why do rabbits have swords and fight against dogs?
The thing is, these illuminations are not decorations.
Ce sont des vestiges d'un ancien rituel, le rituel que nous ne connaissons pas, mais qui existait à l'époque.
É, olhando por esse lado do copo, puta que pariu, um RPG de turno de coelho, cara. É esse mesmo que eu tô vendo? Caralho, olha isso, cara. Caralho, o bode caga, meu. Ah, não, meu. Só Steam, meu. Esse aí eu deixo pro Nil. O Nil vai jogar na Steam.
Let the battle commence. Inculinati hits PC later in 2021, so make sure to get it wishlisted on Steam.
Pô, mas não no jogo, né, Gil? Pô, no jogo.
And today, we're excited to take
aí, agora tem minha atenção agora.
World premiere.
Entendi. Dali que tem presence. O gráfico tava zoado esse jogo, né? Vamos ver agora como é que ele ficou. Tá legal, cara. Tá maneirinho, maneirinho, né? Cara, não sei, Bruno. Nem olhei.
our pre-show. From ninjas in feudal Japan to the darkest corners of Middle Earth, I hope you've enjoyed these sneak peeks and reveals. A huge thanks to Daedalic and all the developers who showed off their awesome titles. For updates on all of today's games, you can follow Daedalic Entertainment on Steam. I've been your host, Stephanie Panisello, and it is time for me to hand over to some other Resident Evil friends for the future game show. Take it away.
Tá falando muito Resident Evil, hein? Sifu. Passou o Sifu rápido ali. Sifu não dá, cara.
Hello and welcome to the Future Game Show. I'm Nicole Tompkins, though you may know me as Jill Valentine in Resident Evil 3. And today we have an
trilogia do Resident 1, 2 e 3 será remasterizada?
Anything about monsters, it's that they're best tackled with a partner. So please join me in welcoming my co-host, Jeff Shine.
Hey Nicole, and hey everybody at home watching. My name is Jeff Shine, but you might recognize me as Carlos Oliveira from Resident Evil 3. Nick, I feel pretty good about this. I feel like it's nice to get the team back together.
We do make a good team. Though, I mean, hopefully today's a little bit more even-handed, because I tend to do most of the heavy lifting, fighting Nemesis like 16 times, getting the subway back on.
I hate to butt into the main show, but I think I had it pretty tough in Resident Evil 2. 2 words for you. Mr. X.
That's fair.
The important thing is that nothing bad can get us at the Future Game Show. So over the course of the next hour or so, we'll be showing you guys gameplay and trailers from upcoming games for PC and console for 2021 and beyond, with some exclusive trailers and developer interviews.
World premieres, exclusive trailers, and a few surprises in store.
Let's kick off with our first world premiere, and I want you guys to wrap up, get warm, because things are about to get chilly.
Bora! Gostei. Bora.
So, any word on Kai? Or his supposed crash?
O dedo do cara fez assim, virou.
Nobody's ruled it a crash anyway. They said it just vanished.
I don't know, sis. Once is bad luck. Twice, well...
It's that damned robot. Always watching him. It's enough to drive anyone nuts.
Yeah, well, short drive at least. Anyway, the whole thing smells off to me. Like a setup.
Oh God, you don't think he couldn't have done this on purpose?
Who knows? I never did understand that kid. Not really.
Well, at least he's not alone this time. Little Charlie and Amelia, though, they've been through so much already.
Maybe they're better off without him.
That's what Kai said the last time we talked, but...
Let's face it, the little brother's pretty messed up. And who the hell knows where it really is right now.
Arctic Awakening. Steam. Console só em 2022.
Hi, I'm James Simpson, director at Goldfire Studios, and we're working on a game called Arctic Awakening. Arctic Awakening is an episodic narrative adventure game about the survivors of a plane crash in the unforgiving Arctic winter. Their story is one of survival, friendship, self-discovery, and the mysteries they encounter along the way. The year is 2062, and you play as Kai.
Aí respeitei, Firewatch 2.
Who has retreated into isolation after recent traumatic events.
Esse não tá ruim, mas é jogo
He now finds himself
baixo,
in
né?
unknown
Baixo
territory
orçamento, né?
with a missing co-pilot and only an AI drone to keep him.
Firewatch é irado, né? O
Today,
1, né?
we're
E os
really
gesão
excited to share
de
this
respeito.
exclusive gameplay from shortly after the crash. Kai is desperate to find Donovan, But the AI drone isn't about to let him just
Já jogou, Bruno, Firewatch 1?
Without first starting a fire. Part of Alfie's job is never letting Kai out of his sight, and this tends to get under Kai's skin. Much of Arctic Awakening revolves around exploring the beautiful open world and uncovering the mysteries that lie within. However, the choices you make, or don't make, through your actions and fully voiced conversations directly impact how Kai's relationships with the other characters.
Bota no teu radar aí pra pegar, pra jogar. Muito bom. Tá no meu top 5 de indie. Firewatch, Inside, Firewatch, são os
is coming to PC, Mac, and consoles in 2022. Thanks for watching. Be sure to wishlist on Steam and enjoy the rest
Salve,
of the show.
Mr. Agnus!
Thanks again to James for that exclusive first look at Arctic Awakening. Okay, Jeff, imagine being stuck in the same place in an endlessly looping cycle.
Eu queria
that
esse
is
jogo,
my
né?
entire 2020.
Well, then you're gonna love our next game, as it's all about breaking free. Let's take a look at Returnal.
PlayStation. Eu queria esse jogo aí. Mas no Game Pass.
Hello, my name is Mikael Havare, and I am the BizDev and Marketing Director at Housemarque. Currently we're working on Returnal. Returnal, in a nutshell, is a fast-paced sci-fi shooter with roguelike elements, and as a new addition to Housemarque, we're adding a layer of narrative storytelling.
I can't be here.
In Returnal, you take on the role of Celine. Celine is a deep space astro scout.
Valeu, Mr. Agnus! Obrigado pelo sub, meu. 4 meses. Escreve no chat se você vê o símbolo.
She realizes that she's stuck in a never-ending nightmarish loop, that always upon her death, she wakes up in the same place, but the world has changed and all the challenges that she has to face are different. At the focus of the game, we have a very tight gameplay loop where you dash around, shoot at enemies with lots of tentacles coming at you. There are also a lot of bullet hell elements, so fast-paced maneuvering, dodging, and running and gunning is the main focus of the game. But there are also lots of the storytelling layers that Celine finds out about.
O jogo não é ruim, cara, o jogo não é ruim esse aí do...
So as you make your way through
eu não acho que ele é ruim, mas pô, ele podia ser multi, né? Queria jogar ele no Xbox.
What is the sort of deepest
Será que ele é de um ano só e depois ele vem?
Answer, and also how this planet
que apareceu o símbolo, né?
The bigger picture and who are actually the inhabitants.
Se estiver acabando, eu vou tirar aqui para ver se vai aparecer o símbolo.
Overall, we at Housemarque are looking forward to bringing you a very exciting and frenetic shooter experience, and Returnal will be hitting PlayStation 5s on April the 30th this year. So looking forward to having the game out there. Hope you enjoy.
Everything has changed.
Apareceu, Wagner. Aí, ó, o símbolo aí do lado aí.
Exactly as I left it.
É. Returnal. Será que aparece alguma coisa? Vamos ver. O PlayStation. Pô, passou muito
Thanks
rápido.
to Housemarque for taking us through the game.
Apareceu lá
exclusively to
tempo.
PlayStation 5 on April 30th.
Our next game is a love letter to JRPGs, set in
Vai
a
sair
world
agora,
where the
né?
past
Já
and the
10
future
dias.
collide on screen. But here in present day, we've got a world premiere of the newest trailer.
I've been having these strange
Nintendo
dreams.
Switch, né?
I think it's a memory of my mother from long ago. We need to hurry up. We have to stop her. I do feel a connection. There's something there.
I am Wilhelm the Wise. You, it seems, are a time mage. As am I. And while my powers have led to my youthful
Cara de Game Pass,
appearance,
isso aí.
yours are the gift to see possibility.
Who are you supposed to be?
Hello, my name is...
Tell me if we survive. You know how to fight? Hold your ground. They won't get past us.
so many questions. Matthias the Frog, at your service. I have been keeping an eye on you for some
Tentando ver os
time now.
controles para ver de onde que tá sendo feito, se é no PC. Vocês estão vendo?
I was correct.
This will serve as a good opportunity for me
Ah,
to
eu só gostei
demonstrate
daquele Shield of Light lá da Ubisoft.
was created with a purpose. I wish to discover what it was. We'll have time for your banter later.
Olha lá, letra A lá, ó, computador.
Hold on. You have a talking frog, and you didn't mention it? A talking frog is like in my top 5 animals I want to meet.
Depois eu dou uma olhada, não conheço isso aí não. Xerox. Aí. Series X, tem Xbox. PS4,
Chris
Xbox.
Tales is coming to consoles and PC in July this year.
Now, back in 2015, Axiom Verge blew us away
Julio.
with its retro Metroidvania action. Axiom Verge 2 is bigger and better, and the work of just one developer, so prepare to feel very lazy in comparison.
Hello, I'm Tom Happ,
Music.
and I'm here to
It's
tell
a
you a
music.
little bit about my upcoming game, Axiom Verge 2. But first, a quick trip down memory lane.
Speedrun.
For anyone not familiar with the first Axiom Verge, here's a very brief synopsis. The story was a sci-fi adventure in which you play as Trace, a scientist who winds up in the world of Sudra. His mind is preserved by machines, and every time he dies, his memories are transferred into a new, cloned body. It's a love letter to some of my favorite games growing up, including Metroid, Blaster Master, Contra, and many more.
Caralho, Contra.
When I
Caralho.
crafted the story, I made sure to think deeply about the entire universe of Axiom Verge. How did it come to be? How is it
Caralho, o cara
related to
desenhou
our
os
world?
bonecos, olha isso,
I
cara. Que
ultimately
louco.
decided to break the full story of the Axiom Verge universe into multiple parts, with multiple perspectives, each intended to be its own game. And now, the next chapter is ready to be revealed. I don't want to spoil things too much, but most of Axiom Verge 2 is set before the events of Axiom Verge 1. But they are each standalone complementary experiences, so you can play them in either order.
Caralho, o cara com um monitor gigante fazendo o jogo, né? Desenhando, mas pô,
Mysterious
gráfico
billionaire
zoado.
behind the worldwide Globe 3 conglomerate. Hiding in Antarctica is what appears to be an ancient, alternate Earth, complete with mountains, lakes, deserts, and the ruins of a civilization. But you get the feeling that something else is lurking just past the fringes of reality, waiting to pull you in. Although Axiom Verge 1 and 2 flesh out different parts of the same overall universe, their mechanics are quite different. The games share the same DNA, and fans of the first game will definitely feel right at home in this one. But make no mistake, this isn't just an iteration of the gameplay you saw in the first game. It is a complementary piece of the overall puzzle that is Axiom Verge. Now, it would be customary in a developer commentary to go into lots of detail about all the new and different mechanics and introduce new enemy types, bosses, and weapons, but I'm really hoping to avoid spoilers here. Even mentioning that there are spoilers is itself a spoiler. But one thing that does not change is that there are tons of hidden areas for you to explore.
Caralho,
and
viu?
mysteries to
Abriu
find.
bagulho alienígena
So
ali
if
pra
you really
escrever.
like the feeling of figuring out deeply hidden secrets, I think you'll love Axiom Verge 2.
Caralho, tu tá com a espadinha assim, ó.
Keep an eye out for Axiom Verge
Tem que
2.
ir lá dentro do banco pra dar um ataque nele.
And Nintendo Switch.
Ah, Nintendo Switch, pô.
Thanks again to Tom for that guided tour. Axiom Verge 2 is due out on PC and Switch later in 2021.
This next game is what I'm all about. 60 ninjas enter. Only one ninja leaves.
Are you going to be that one ninja?
If I study this exclusive gameplay, anything's possible. Behold, Naraka, Blade Point.
Naraka, Blade Point. Iaba! Melhorou, hein? Melhorou, hein, Nil? 32 bits. Caralho, sabe o que essa aí, a Ninja, lembrou? baioneta. Mas lógico com Tenchu. Lembra de Tenchu? Caralho. Não viu nada a ver. Caralho. Sei lá, esse sequilo de pobre, esse aqui? Tá maneiro aí. Primeiro jogo é maneirinho, maneiro, pô. Ah lá, bateu umas 5 vezes e pra tirar a armadura. Curti, hein? Eu gosto de jogo assim. Caralho. Deu um especial de fogo, né? Jogando no PC também, né? V, F, G, 4, 5, olha lá. Bichinha no PC, pra PC, né? Cara, legal, cara. Legal. Sim.
Naraka Blade Point is developed by 24 Entertainment and is due to grapple hook onto PC this coming summer.
Next up is an open-world action-adventure that took Kickstarter by storm back in 2019. And once you've seen it in action, you'll understand why.
Já me arrependi de abrir essa porra.
Tracy with an exclusive new look at Savior.
Hi, I'm Weston, the director of the upcoming action-adventure game Savior. In Savior, you play as Sam, a stranger with no possessions and no memory. As you explore, you'll discover your origin and your place among the characters you meet.
Putz, tem diálogo.
Battle, evade, or persuade your opponents into joining you, in order to rebuild the broken world of Arcadia. At its core, there are 3 things that make Savior special. First is the combat system. It was inspired by playing years of Punch-Out!
Os comandos são A, B.
So you and many of your opponents have the ability to strike, dodge, and parry, which adds realistic strategy not really found in the genre. Opponents strike fast, but they all telegraph their strikes, so you'll learn their attack patterns and surely best them over time. The early enemies don't block so well, so you can kind of button mash your way through. But as you progress, you'll need to watch for telegraphs and time your dodge.
Caralho, Matrix! Matrix!
Things get dicier when 2 opponents attack at once. They'll always try to surround you, and it's best not to let them. Next is movement. Sam runs and jumps like many other 2D action game characters, but she does much more.
Caralho! Aí, maneiro! Pensou em cima do cara e foi pra cima. Maneiro.
And satisfying fluidity. The dozens
gostei, eu jogaria.
Make movement a standout feature. Just running around is fun. Arcadia is a land divided. The chosen have lived.
Cara, é pra isso aí que o Neo comprou o Series X.
They are led by the laws of the Creed, which dictates all areas of Arcadian life, especially the punishment for doubt or challenge. Any who oppose the Creed are banished and dropped into the depths of the planet. They are known as the Fallen. But the Fallen survived their banishment. They explored their underground home where they thrived.
Hypadaço! Jogo do ano, galera! Saver!
To reunite them.
E aí?
All of us at Starsoft are working tirelessly.
Ó, Starsoft entrega jogo pra gente, não entrega, Nil?
In winter of 2022. We hope you'll add Savior to your wish list on Steam, sign up for our newsletter, or follow us on social media to stay up to date on our progress.
Savior is coming to PC and Switch in winter 2022.
Porra,
Our next
Switch,
game
cara.
opened the very first Future Game Show and had us itching to see more ever since. Please welcome Team Kill Media with a new slice of action from their console horror shooter, Quantum Error.
Quantum Error. Team Kill Media. Unreal. Agora vem coisa boa. Aí, ó. Deixa eu ver um pouco o microfone aqui. Esse deve ser do Game Boy Advance. Sim, meu, horrível. Cara, melhorou. Não é o ideal, mas melhorou. Isso aí 360. Gráfico 360. Caralho, o tamanho do bicho. Tamanho do... Cara, tá vendo os bichos... Caralho, quando carrega, muda pra terceira pessoa? Ah, você pode mudar, né? Gostei, hein? Gostei. Promissor. Caralho, olha o Halo aí. Esse cara aí no State of Decay 2, ó. Meu irmão ali. Tropas estelares. Caralho, velho. Meu irmão ali foi foda. Cara, é jogo pequeno, de empresa pequena, né? Ele vai andar só até ali, ó. Quer gostar? Tem um pulmão ali no cara. O cara tá respirando, velho. Cara, tá vendo? É um shooter meio terror, né? Você fica em câmera lenta. Ih, caralho. O que é isso aí? Que porra é essa aí, cara? Pra monitorar o Covid. 12. Pô! Porra! Olha, cara. O bicho. Cara, tá bem feito a Y. Apareceu o Y ali. Já parei de ver, hein? L2, o Halo Killer. Cara, tem um bicho, né? Cheio de... Tá lembrando o Kojima, né? Tem que carregar coisa. Caralho, porra de arma é essa? seu erro. Vamos ver se vem pra Xbox. Xbox Series, aí ó.
That was just 4 minutes of the terrifying Quantum Error, which is coming to PS5, PS4, and Xbox Series X and S. To see the extended part of this demo,
vem pra PS4 e não vem pra Series do antigo, hein? Aí, ó. Já vai dar bololô amanhã.
Where the action brings the lyrics to life. Here's the newest trailer for Of Bird and Cage.
Product not yet rated.
Caprice Studios. Zoada, né, Mr. Ike?
Chasing a kid, I know how it looks. Her dad won't be thrilled, but they have to help me. I'm not asking much, just say you were saved from the car. Here are slaves, a wolf and a raven in cage. Tonight we
liso, Shirula, liso.
We can exclusively announce that Of Bird and Cage launches for PC on May 20th, and PS4, Xbox One, and Switch later this year. You can wishlist the game right now on Steam. Our next game is all about the power of cooperation.
Like when I fight Nemesis and you shout advice from a safe distance.
Tá, o Shirula, rodando redondo. CPU não passa de 10%, 7, 4,
game from EA Originals, It Takes Two.
Perfeito, mano. Só perdi a placa de vídeo, agora eu tô com outra.
My name is Joseph Forrest, and I'm the founder and writer director at Hazelight Studios. And Brothers A Tale, Two Sons, A Way Out, and now the new game coming out March 26th.
Oh, A Way Out. Mais jogo cooperativo.
Actually, what we do at Hazelight is actually quite unique. What I mean by that is that we're creating co-op experiences that are written and designed from the beginning, from the start, like that. You do have co-op games out there, but none that are created like this in a narrative way. These are not drop in, drop out, which means that we can create unique experiences and unique stories that's very... there are situations in this game, I would say, that's almost have a physical connection to the player as well.
Pô, esse jogo aí parece que foi tipo o primeiro protótipo que ele fez e era zoadão, aí eu queria o outro.
How come you get all the cool gadgets?
Because I'm cooler than you, Cody.
Sometimes the connection could be metaphoric connection, like we have a section where you're playing as a piece of magnet. That's a metaphor for attraction. So whatever happens in the story will be reflected in the gameplay. Even an example like this, in this case they are in a tree, and the male character, the clay character Cody, he forgot to clean the hive, so in real life obviously. So right now the squirrels that live in that tree are in war with the wasps, and you actually use the squirrels' high-tech weapons to take out the wasps. So
Sim, mesma pegada. Dá pra gente jogar isso aí.
Matches, and he can shoot sap, and when you combine those you create an explosion. So again, it's a unique mechanic for every character that kind of connects to the story. That's why I keep saying.
Eu ainda nem joguei aquele Wow Way Out.
This is just some example. What you're seeing here is just the mechanic for this level, and you will be doing different things for every level you play, and whatever happens in the story, you will be playing it. If you buy the game and you play it in a couch and you play with a friend for free, then it should be the same for you if you play it online. It wouldn't be fair just because your friend can play with you in the couch, this person have to pay double the price. You know what I mean? From that perspective, Friends Pass came up because it makes sense. It's a logical decision.
Legal, legal. Fazer, Bruno. Vamos fazer
It's
assim.
such a wild ride to play this game. It's going to be such a unique experience from the beginning to the end, and it's going to be a joy and adventure. I can't wait to look at some reactions when the players stream this and play this, because I know there will be definitely some really cool reactions, especially on some scenes, and especially one scene that I think is gonna be quite special.
You feel it?
All right, so the game is coming out on March 26th. It will be on, let's see now, PS4, PS5, Xbox, Xbox One, Xbox X, Series X, and I don't know. But not Switch for now. We don't have any plan for it now. Who knows in the future, maybe. But other than that, all future
Xbox
console, the next gen.
You'll be able to take advantage of Friends Pass when It Takes Two launches on
Ah, isso aí é legal.
PS5,
Só esperar vir no EA Play, né?
Series X and S, and PC tomorrow on March 26th.
Se tiver nada pra jogar, a gente joga isso aí, né?
Our next game is like Cyberpunk meets Sherlock Holmes as you crack cases in virtual worlds. Are you ready to play digital
Cyberpunk
detective in
e você é o Sherlock Holmes. World Premiere.
It's a strange profession, game tech. You're neither a player nor a detective. You know the rules and how people break them, how they leave a digital trail. And there is always a trail, a flaw in the source code, backdoors used by cheaters. Anonymity skins, used to cover up unpopular activities. All can be found. All can be traced. With a lot of skill and a little bit of luck. Sometimes more than a little. Because there are surprises, even for a game tech. But in the end, you keep your eyes on the prize. The trail never gets cold, and so the game is always on.
Steam, Epic, Steam. Viu o gráfico, né?
Game Deck is coming to PC September 16th, 2021, and you can wishlist it on Steam right now.
Nicole, question. Do you think you got what it takes to be a firefighter?
Yes.
You want to maybe test those skills out in a game before trying anything dangerous?
Also, yes.
Oh, do
Well, then
bombeiro
let me
aí, ó.
introduce you to Ember.
Are you ready to join the gig economy? Become your own boss. As a firefighter, food delivery person, or a courier, Ember hits consoles with cross-play functionality for up to 4 players. Rescue together. Escape together. deliver together. Boss fight together. And salvage together. Risking your life for money has never been more rewarding. Ember, launching summer 2021.
Ember is out now on PC and Stadia and is coming to consoles
later this year.
Our next game takes one of the best detective adventures of recent years and makes it prettier and puzzlier, yes, that's a word, than ever before. This is Kathy Rain, the Director's Cut.
Director's Cut.
Hi, I'm Ariel Siegel, and I am delighted to be here at the Future Game Show to talk to you about Kathy Rain, Director's Cut. This is a game that excites me a whole lot because, well, first, I play Kathy in it, but also because the Director's Cut is an even better version of the original game that launched in 2016. For those of you who have been missing out, let me fill you in on the details. So, Kathy Rain is a point-and-click adventure set in the 1990s. It's the story of a strong-willed journalism major, that's
Cara, eu amo point-and-click, mas pô, nem precisa apresentar isso em evento.
Death of her recently departed grandfather. Armed with her motorcycle, a pack of cigs, and a notepad, Kathy delves into a local mystery surrounding her hometown that takes her on a harrowing journey of emotional and personal turmoil. The Director's Cut features an extended story with more puzzles to solve and new areas to explore. There's also an expanded and remixed soundtrack, cool new bike designs to unlock, controller support, and more. It's been almost 5 years now since Kathy was first shared with the world, and we've taken everything we've learned to give you the most complete realization of Kathy's journey yet. I, for one, love being a part of this project, and I can't wait for you all to get on the Catmobile when we launch this fall on Steam for Windows, Mac, and Linux.
Thanks to Ariel for showing us Kathy Rain, the Director's Cut, which is coming to PC later this year.
Now it's time for a sneak peek at what's in store from our pals at Team 17. Oh, how many hours have I spent playing Worms over the years?
I once fought giant mutant worms in a sewer.
It's a very different vibe, Nicole. It's a very different vibe.
Ih, Overcooked. Isso aí acaba casamento. Marita Boy. Esse vem pro Game Pass, né? Esse vem no Game Pass. Worms Rumble. Caralho, Worms 3D agora? Pô, Worms é vida, né? Worms é engraçado, mano. Pô, tá maluco, Nil. Kings of Sea. Xbox também, vamos lá. Animado, vai. Ah, o jogo que, tipo assim, é mais legalzinho, aí você vê Steam. Porra, tipo, esse aí, ó, parece ser legal, luta maneira, Steam. Hello. Epic Chef, ih, caralho. Aí é o Overcooked de pobre. Puta, Pokémon. Poco Life. Porra, Fazenda Feliz aí. Isso aí vai bombar, isso aí vai bombar. Steam 17 só vai... Ih, rapaz. Ready or not. Ó, gostei desse último aí, ó.
Hello? God damn, is this thing on? Oh, it is? Good. This is the cult leader. I'm interrupting this broadcast to invite you all to submit to me. Submit your application to become my new cult architect when, honey, I joined a cult enter Steam Early Access.
Steam.
We are not a dangerous organization. In fact, we're all about the safe sex. So come join the inner circle when Honey, I Joined a Cult comes to Steam Early Access.
Ah, que merda, hein? A Microsoft vai estar alguma coisa legal amanhã?
That was a collection of games coming from Team 17 over the coming weeks and months. For more info on them, check out gamesradar.com.
15 games in, and we finally get to fight some zombies in Back 4 Blood. You up for some co-op play, Jeff?
I don't know. These are looking a little faster than what I'm used to.
Yeah, you're right. Lucky for me, I've got developers Turtle Rock to show us the game instead.
E agora? Cadê seu Deus, Nil? Cadê seu Deus? Aí, ó. Hype aí. Aí, ó.
Getting out of here is the key to my happiness.
Everyone ready? Follow my lead if you can keep up.
Sucessor espiritual do Left 4 Dead.
Hello, I'm Leanne Papp, and I'm the executive producer at Turtle Rock Studios. Right now we're working on Back 4 Blood, which is a first-person co-op zombie shooter that takes place after a catastrophic outbreak where most people have either died or have been infected by what we're calling the devil worm. In this game, you're part of a group of veterans that we refer to as the cleaners.
Isso aí é legal. Jogar em copa essas coisas assim é legal.
To the zombies, which we call the ridden.
Aí, ó, meter bala aí, ó. Tá legal. Ninguém carrega, né? O cara já deu 70 balas e não carrega. Ah, carregou agora.
This is alpha footage that stars 4 of our 8 cleaners. We've got Walker, Evangelo, Hoffman, and Holly. And as you watch the footage, you're going to see that we have a lot of different kinds of ridden. We've got some base special ridden like the Tall Boy and the Stinger, and then there are also mutated versions of them as well. But we've got something that's especially special for us, that we're very much into and very excited about, and we feel that this is bringing something new to the genre. We have our Ogre. He is this massive mutated ridden that rises from the ground, and in that moment you have to decide if you're going to face off against this defeated character or run away and face him when you're better equipped.
Oh, this is not good.
Vai entrar, o Leandro vai quebrar ali. Ah, esse com 4 pessoas é maneiro, pô. Sai no gamepad e vai bombar isso aí.
Is it just me or are these things getting bigger?
We've got the elements that you want out in a cooperative zombie shooter, so you can gather up with your 3 friends and you're going to be taking out a bunch of ridden. But we're also adding some roguelite elements with the card system that's actually pretty cool, and we think provides a different spin on it and provides even more replayability to the game. So we should definitely talk about our game director as well as our card system. You're going to be familiar with how we start off this game. You're going to start in a safe room with 3 of your friends, and the game director is going to play what we call corruption cards. You get to know what kind of challenges he's going to throw at you and your team by looking at what these cards are. They might be things like Swarm of Bruisers or Ridden on Fire. And you then get to know exactly what it is that you're going to face. So after you see those cards, you're then going to be given a hand from a deck that you've built. And you need to decide what cards you're going to play. Coordination with your team is going to be super key here, as you can do things like improving the quality of items and weapons that are found in the world. You can make it so your team can carry more Molotovs or med kits, or you can even do something cool like your team gets a burst of health when you get incapped. We're really excited to see what you and your friends do with your cards.
Gotta be something around here. There you are.
Back 4 Blood is coming to Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, and PC. You're going to be able to play the game in the upcoming open beta on both PC and console. We're gonna have more information on that soon, so stay tuned.
Vem pra todo mundo. Legal, legal.
Thanks to Turtle Rock for showing us how real zombie killers do it.
Ah, isso é pra jogar.
Ever
Isso é pra
wondered
jogar.
how it would feel to be a Warhammer miniature? Here's the world premiere of the new cinematic trailer for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Tempestfall.
Oh, Warhammer.
World premiere.
World premiere.
Once mortal, we stood against enemies of order. Our souls, freed from the weakness of flesh, arrived at the gates of heavens, shaped by righteousness, reforged in thunder, clad in living armor. We come down among lightning to protect the mortal realms once more. We are Sigmar's wrath manifest. In his name, we wage war!
Maneiro, maneiro.
We are the Stormcast Eternals.
You can step into the shoes of a Lord Arcanum when Tempestfall launches on Oculus and Steam this summer.
Hey, Jeff, you remember the hospital siege in Resident Evil 3?
Oh, how could I forget?
Well, this next bit is a little bit like that, except instead of zombies, I'm gonna throw loads of games at you.
Oh, that actually sounds way better.
Caralho, só jogo lixo. Caralho, esse é o gráfico, hein? Fazendinha Feliz 8 bits. Vou tirar ali que tá no lugar ali da minha foto. PC. Steam, Nintendo Switch. PC, Mac, Nintendo Switch. Caralho. Tá foda, hein? Ei pro arcade, caralho, ei pro arcade aí, quem tem celular aí? PC, Mac, consoles, aí ó, 1000G. Zoom, caralho, olha o gráfico. Steam, Xbox. O que é TBA?
For more information on all those great games, make sure to check out GamesRadar.com.
Now, if you're looking for something more melodic than the sound of Jeff's voice, you should check out our next game, The Longest Road on Earth. Bonus fact, this trailer contains an exclusive performance of one of the tracks in the game.
Ai, que merda, hein, galera. Desculpa fazer vocês perderem. Ah, uma bosta. Esse é o futuro, ó. Galera, futuro.
Gotta try, dream of baby feels alright, feels alright. I've been walking for a while, there's 100 miles left to go, 100 miles left to go. I've been running out of time, there's 100 miles left to go, 100 miles left.
The Longest Road on Earth launches on PC later this year.
Ué, achei que era uma
Our
música.
next game
É
is an
jogo?
open-world survival simulator that put PC gamers through hell. Specifically,
Ark 2?
Green Hell. Here's an exciting new announcement from the team at Creepy Jar.
Ih, vou até tirar eu daqui. Green Hell. Porra, o Gravity com gráfico, meu. Windows, Xbox, Steam.
Can you survive Green Hell? Find out when it comes to consoles in June this year.
This next game starred in our Gamescom show and tasks 2 cooperative spies to break into top-secret locations.
Vamos ver, né?
Well, then it's a good thing I've partnered with Joe
Gravity de
Valentine,
homem.
huh? Master of unlocking.
Here's the latest news for Operation Tango.
Oh, we gotta work together?
Hey, that's what I'm
oh
talking
dear,
about.
this is a recipe for disaster.
Ih, vou até tirar eu aqui. What do you do? L1.
I'm gonna do it. You ready?
I'm nervous.
I'm in.
I'm very stealthy, thank you very much.
So I'm gonna need you to suck it up, Buttercup, and put that passcode in.
Suck it up.
Your infiltration begins on consoles and PC on June 1st.
Coming up next, we take a trip into one of the deadly gauntlets of Oddworld Soulstorm, as series creator Lorne Lanning shows us what's in store in Abe's latest adventure.
Bota na lista aí, Neil, mais aí.
Hi, I'm Lorne Lanning, co-founder and creator of Oddworld, and I'm excited to be here
Oddworld.
at Future Games Show to bring you this abridged playthrough from Oddworld Soulstorm. At this point in the game, we're on a mission to hijack a train that we're told is at Fat Station.
And so with each level, you get an introduction, usually of your goal happening in the background. And now we settle down to where Abe just entered into the scene. And now he needs to get to the Fat Station to hijack a train. And that should be up ahead. And now he's got a little bit of a journey through the world to get there.
Que bosta.
Okay, so now you're approaching, you see a train in the distance pulling in. And now you're approaching the Fat Station. So now you knew you had to reach the Fat Station, there's a train, and you know you got to hijack a train, but you're going to have to get through the Fat Station first. And this is a lot of where we wanted more of the story telling us through the 2.9D camera. So we have that setup and that approach. It feels more cinematic. And here you can get an overlook. And if we look in there, this is the tanks and the whole area we're going to have to get through. And now you're dealing with snipers. You're running across steam vents. And I'm going to go down here. We wanted to get more of that sense of height and perspective and all that. And it also reveals secret areas that you wouldn't normally see where you can go collect goods and stuff. But we're not going to go there right now.
Cara, olha esse jogo.
And start
Olha
going
que
into
decepção.
the tank field. Because we still got to get to the pump. So we can get to the train. So we can complete our mission. And then catch up with our buddies at the trellis area. Here's some classic Abe play where, you know, he's using steam zones to hide from the enemies, and they can't see. They're kind of blind in the steam zone. So using the old Oddworld logic, if you can't see Abe barely, then neither can the enemies. And this was a way that you could have traversed to get past this slig. But if you crafted up some inventory to this point, this would have been a stealth approach with no killing happening. This would be a little more not nice approach where you might have used something a little more lethal. And that would be very nice, and you don't want to do that, of course. Oops. But it's a different way to solve the same problem.
Dormindo aqui. Me acorda quando acabar isso aí.
And along the way, we're hearing radio broadcasts
Eu seria a pessoa muito triste se eu fizesse um jogo assim, cara.
Propaganda of the world, what they're telling the common people versus what you know is actually happening in the game. So we play off of that during these elevator rides. And if you pay attention to them, you get a little more data on the backstory and what's happening in the world.
More details to follow. We're getting now to the pump area. There's all these more physical challenges where there's Mudokons you're going to have to get in through the pump all the way up to the train way above. So now this is like a tower of hazards, and you're going to get more and more Mudokons to go through here with you. And you're going to try not to get them killed, or yourself. We cabled the world, and when these cables are pulled and activated, you'll see the pulses running. So it really helped with people understanding what the problem, the puzzles were here in cases like this. So you're getting more and more Mudokons following you through more and more dangerous conditions. And they're stacking up more and more.
Cara, o pior é que fica 4 minutos nesse jogo, como se fosse tipo.
And killing them, of course, is not the best karma.
Cara, animadão. Oh.
Now, well, you only got there with what, one survivor. He gets rescued, and from here, and look at all my dead guys. But from here, this gets us up to the area of the train station where we can now access the train that will then lead us on our mission forward.
Oddworld Soulstorm is coming to the PS5, PS4, and the Epic Games Store April 6th. You can pre-purchase the game now on the Epic Games Store, and PlayStation 5
Pô, vai jogar no PlayStation esse jogo aí.
Download the game at no extra cost.
Oddworld Soulstorm is coming to PC, PS4, and PS5 on April 6th.
First revealed at the Future Game Show last June, Serial Cleaners builds on the hit crime scene clean 'em up with 4 distinct cleaners and 4 distinct styles. Let's see a messier approach in our first gameplay reveal.
World premiere.
Caralho, que louco. Um jogo que você arrasta as pessoas morrem. Serial Cleaner. O cara desliza no sangue.
Grab your mop and your rubber gloves because Serial Cleaners is coming to PC later this year. You can wishlist the game on Steam and Epic Store now.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
But neither can they hear you say, whoa. Which is exactly what you'll do when you see the amazing things Frontier is doing in Elite Dangerous Odyssey.
Elite Dangerous Odyssey. O primeiro nem foi tão assim, né? Deveria ser um jogão, né?
Hello, I'm Gareth Hughes from Frontier Developments and I'm the lead designer on Elite Dangerous. Right now, we're working on Elite Dangerous Odyssey, the most ambitious expansion for Elite Dangerous to date. For the first time in Elite's history, the Odyssey expansion will allow players to set foot on light atmospheric worlds powered by amazing new planetary technology. Players will be able to disembark from their ships and explore these planets, discovering new settlements and organic life forms while taking on missions and engaging in intense first-person combat. Today, we're really excited to share this exclusive footage of Apex Interstellar.
Welcome to Apex Interstellar, your gateway to the stars.
A shuttle service that will be available to all Odyssey players, allowing them to explore the galaxy in a totally new way. For a small fee, Apex Interstellar will let players book their own personal shuttle, complete with AI pilot, to take them between the ports and settlements in inhabited space.
Your shuttle is ready to depart. Thank you for choosing Apex Interstellar.
Players can even call a shuttle to pick them up directly from a planet's surface, just like you hail a cab. Additionally, we'd like to talk about how the release of Odyssey will give players the opportunity to experience the excitement, scale and beauty of Elite Dangerous from a brand new perspective. Odyssey's boots-on-the-ground gameplay will add on-foot exploration, salvaging, bounty hunting, heists and much more, all seamlessly integrated into the existing game.
Tipo, a gente tá vendo 5 minutos. Ele tá 5 minutos escolhendo uma nave para ir até um planeta.
In late spring 2021, with an alpha scheduled to begin a little earlier on the 29th of March. PlayStation and Xbox releases are planned for autumn 2021. Thank you for watching. Please enjoy the rest of the show, and we look forward to seeing you in the game.
DLCzinho.
Thanks to Gareth for that look at the game. The Elite Dangerous Odyssey Alpha will be available on PC starting March 29th. Imagine what you could do with a machine that can
Agora sim, Nil.
That's the killer setup of Don't Forget Me, a new adventure game from the Moon Pirates. And
most of my memories involve being chased by a giant mutant.
Oh yeah. You remember that time the bug laid eggs in you?
Ugh. We don't talk about it, Jeff.
Aí, The Flash. Engraçado nesses jogos, né? Gente. Deus do céu, cara. Salve
Don't
aí,
Forget
vai.
Me launches on PC later this year.
Next up, let's look at 2 new titles from movie games. The Polish studio is teaming up with Platij Image, who are famous for their work on Ubisoft and Sega CGI movies. Look out for more info on that in the summer. And here's what movie games are working on right now.
Ih, rapaz. Até tirar aqui, porque eu acho que vai servir coisa boa, hein? Tempo inteiro, Nil. Tempo inteiro. Me perguntando. Ah, né? Cadê o bombeiro aí? Ah, de boa. Esse do bombeiro é o quê? É tipo comandos? Você anda com um boneco, depois anda pro outro, aí dá o turno pro...
The Great War didn't start as something we were worried about. We had no idea how it would change when they sent us directly to the front line. Into the chaos. And then in the mud and drama of trench
coisa vai ser divertido,
survive. how to choose between life and death, because every saved life counts.
Olha só, PS5 e Xbox, PC. Brilliant.
Movie Games says you can look forward to hearing more on War Hospital and Fire Commander later this year.
Our next game debuted on Stadia and is finally coming to other platforms. To find out why Lost Words Beyond the Page is such a special world, let's join director Mark Backler and writer Rihanna Pratchett.
Hi, I'm Mark Backler. I'm the founder of Sketchbook Games and the creative director of Lost Words Beyond the Page.
I'm Rihanna Pratchett. I'm a writer for video games, film, TV and comics, and I wrote the script for Lost Words Beyond the Page, and I'm working on lots and lots of secret things.
At the moment, we're just putting the finishing touches to Lost Words for Steam, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
Esse é milzão.
So you play the game as Izzy, who is about sort of 11 or 12-ish, and she's just been given a journal for her birthday. She's always wanted to be a writer, so she starts writing. She has to deal with some difficult news about her gran, who gave her the journal in the first place, and she decides to write a story.
Sabe o que eu tô achando desse evento, Nil? Esse evento são os jogos que ninguém quer mostrar em nenhum lugar. Aí eles juntaram tudo num lugar só. Sacou? Eu fiquei pensando nisso aqui agora. Cara, sei lá, no máximo do Samurai lá, Briga do Samurai Battle Royale. Aquele lá do tipo, que é só pra, o que matador de Halo lá, que é só PlayStation. Parecia ser legal, né?
And it's basically, you know, fantasy is a lens through which we can examine the real world, and this is a very kind of a very visual representation of that.
The two worlds in the game play into each other in a number of
mas
ways.
muito ruim, cara, o evento,
Things that
Jesus.
happen to Izzy in her real life end up having repercussions in the fantasy world. We also see these little post-it notes on the desk around the diary that sort of show the evolution of some of the characters that you'll later be bumping into in Astoria, and different ideas that Izzy has had. The game is split into like 8 main chapters.
Cara, é legal esses jogos e tal, mas não é o que eu espero de ver trilha. Tipo, se a Microsoft mostrar um negócio desse amanhã, eu vou ficar triste também.
Lost Words is out on the 6th of April on Steam, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. So you can jump onto Steam and wishlist it right now.
Thanks to Mark and Rihanna for that exclusive look. Lost Words comes to PC and consoles on April 6th, and you can wishlist it now.
In space, no one can hear you scream, but neither.
Whoa, Nicole, I already used that intro.
Our next world premiere is in space, and it looks really spooky, so I thought, like...
Honestly, you had me at world premiere, so you could probably just cut it there.
World premiere.
World premiere.
Cara, os caras pagaram mais caro pros caras apresentar do que pro jogo. Ó, vou queimar minha boca, ó.
In the second era of the human empire, sonic matter was discovered in the galaxy of Neteron. It was here that humans decided to build the Metal Mother facility to harvest the sonic matter, the most precious element in the universe. But it wasn't long before they discovered they were not alone.
Achei a cara não. Entendi. Acho que é um evento de Steam, né?
First look at Haunted Space, coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S sometime in the future.
Agora, Rata Laika.
One Steam review describes our next game as Reservoir Dogs with more falling over.
Well, I guess I'd be Mr. Interested.
Okay. It's time for guns, cars, and double-crossing galore in Cryptic Sea's truly unique
O gráfico, Nil. Certeza que é o que você espera da nova. Devolve. Ó. É tudo que você espera da nova geração, cara. Olha o gráfico. Olha o cara, ele comendo hambúrguer, cara. Perfeito. Equipe preta, equipe amarela. Porra, um disquete, mano. Um disquete.
Go time.
Cara, Devolver é o futuro dos games. O Demolder tá curtindo, ó. Caiu um disquete. Sub Rosa.
We're pleased to confirm that Sub Rosa is available right now through Steam Early Access, so you can start building your criminal empire today.
Partiu?
I hope you have your hankies ready as we return to one of the most emotional game series of recent years.
Vamos lá.
Please welcome Zach Garris, Chief Creative Officer of Deck 9 Games, to give us a new look around Haven Springs.
Raven Springs.
They're definitely hiding something.
Alex, be careful. I am Zach Garris. I am
400 conto, Nil. Você não tá juntando pra pegar?
Game director of Life is Strange: True Colors. It's a brand new adventure in the Life is Strange universe. Coming off the heels of making Before the Storm, we wanted to explore, who we are as storytellers and what the franchise has to offer fans with new characters.
Eu vou criar a pasta de eventos, mano.
Well,
eu vou.
What do you think?
I love it.
So in Life is Strange: True Colors, you play as Alex. Alex is a young woman who's just left the foster care.
Cara, o gráfico tá lindo, tá irado. Se não vir pro Game Pass, ninguém vai jogar isso aí, cara.
Now, I'm about to start something new. Be out on her own and reunite with her older brother. Alex is not like other people, though. Alex has a supernatural sensitivity to the emotional states of others. And it's not just the ability to read or be aware of other people's emotions. If people around her are feeling rage or grief or terror, the emotion overwhelms Alex and she feels it too. It gives her an empathic connection with that person. It gives her insight into what's motivating whatever that person might be going through. Up until this point in her life, this has been a curse. This has alienated her from others. This has led to behavior people around her don't understand and probably mostly condemn. Welcome to Haven.
Welcome to Haven.
For Life is Strange: True Colors, we wanted to explore having more agency given to the player in terms of where they go, who they interact with, and the ownership that they can take over the story and over Alex's engagement with that town. And so we have built out a larger space than you typically see in a Life is Strange game. And I think we're very excited about the outcome and the result.
Alex, right? I'm Steph.
Ainda nem joguei aquele Tell Me Why.
The most exciting components to Life is Strange: True Colors is that Steph returns as a character. She was someone we discovered while making Before the Storm, a character that became a fan favorite. We wanted to really take that character and do much more with her. And partly it's a desire to continue to honor the depth and richness of the universe overall, that this is an interconnected place and that you're going to see from time to time characters from other adventures. I think part of what's really promising about the Life is Strange universe is its breadth, its depth, its potential, new stories, different walks of life, we're really shifting the franchise into more of an anthology series. And so rather than order the titles sequentially when they're not actually sequels necessarily, it made more sense to name each game according to what that story is and how that story is sort of participating in that larger universe. True Colors just fits for what Alex Chen's story becomes.
I'm glad you two met. Is this dude my best friend?
And this dude hands me the best beers?
When it comes to romance, Life is Strange True Colors offers players more choice than they've experienced in a Life is Strange game to date. And we're proud of that. I think we're excited about the kinds of relationships that you can develop throughout the whole town, and in particular, the relationships that you can have with both Ryan and Steph, who are integral to the storyline and in the shape of how the player chooses to engage with them in that story.
Cara, muito
can become sort of romantic.
Eles ficam muito tempo num jogo que, tipo assim,
Life is Strange True
beleza,
Colors will be
entendeu?
available in September on current and next-gen consoles and PC.
True Colors.
Well, I'll be getting emotionally wrecked when Life is Strange True Colors launches in September for next-gen consoles and PC.
5 years ago, developers LKA wowed us with their psychological horror, The Town of Light. In 2021, they return with an all-new next-gen psychological thriller. Are you ready for Martha is Dead?
Eu não tinha visto o evento da Square, não, né?
Not tonight. There's a fog.
We should have been there. Not her.
Agora é Next Gen. O gráfico tá legalzinho.
Wake up.
You have another daughter, you know? The one who is living, remember?
What do you say, Irene? Julia's dead. What do you family?
Julia, is everything okay?
Aí, bem feito o joguinho. Terrorzinho, né? Um survival, sei lá. Vai sair pra todo lugar. Mas 4K só no Xbox Series X.
Martha is Dead, published by Wired Productions, comes to PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC in 2021.
Do you ever look at the state of modern civilization and think, oh, I could do so much better than this?
Yeah. I mean, have you seen 2021?
Já pede,
time to
então.
put your money where your mouth is in Amplitude Studios' historical strategy epic, Humankind.
Sega.
But
Aí, ó.
Amplitude wanted to create these huge, amazing foreign games. Games that would dust off the genre we love so much. In Humankind, you have one
Civilization,
main,
esse?
which is the ability to create your own civilization.
Alguma coisa atrás de mim, deixa eu ver.
cultures.
The idea is that we give the player these historically accurate bricks, and they go and build whatever story they want to.
In history, we always had a group of people close to each other. With Diplomacy, we want to give you all these tools to be able to interact with these empires, to create a bond and a link, to create these alliances, or have to go to war with them.
Humankind, Power of Diplomacy. Não, Civilization é diferente, né?
Diplomacy was the stories that players would tell each other. If you look at, say, the First World War, what happened, it wasn't a direct engagement immediately. There was a lot of people getting roped in, alliances playing off against each other, negotiations. So, in order to be historically authentic, we needed to add a little bit more, more tools in the player's toolbox, things like bribe or propose, threaten, demand. We want things to feel, nicely immediate. We don't want to have sort of a round-robin vote of everyone deciding what to do. We want you to get feedback interactions, make things feel nicely, quick, immediate, impactful. Your civilization needs resources in order to build units, to build infrastructures, and to boost its economy. You can acquire these resources either aggressively, by claiming territory and exploiting them yourself, or you can buy them from another civilization.
When a civilization's choices create a situation that is deemed offensive or otherwise unacceptable by another, a grievance is generated, transferring control of a border territory, paying a sum of money, changing a law or religion, joining a war, and so on. If the demand is refused, it can be used to justify declaring a war or breaking an alliance.
Once two civilizations have declared war, they'll need to think about their
Civilization.
morale. This is a value that will tend to decrease over time because people get fed up with fighting a conflict. You can also damage the other side's morale by winning battles against them, by occupying their cities. In humankind, your empire's choices with regards to events and the civics that you choose will define your empire's ideology. So depending on these choices, I'll have an ideology that will be defined. And based on this proximity, it will be more or less difficult to go to war or to sign peace treaties. So, for instance, two civilizations that are very close will have trouble maintaining a war, but it will be a lot easier to sign treaties because the populations feel a certain sort of brotherhood.
In the diplomacy of humankind, the possibilities are endless. You want to create a culture that will attract the sympathy of all these other empires? Will you be feared by your neighbors? It's up to you to decide how you will mark history as a leader.
Só Steam, Stadia e Epic. Ih, segue, hein? Acordei, hein?
That one I can't wait to get my hands on. What have we got coming up next, Nicole?
Sega.
Was the breakout star of last month's PlayStation State of Play. To tell us more about the limb-snapping kung fu combat of Sifu, please welcome developers Slow Clap.
Hi, I'm Pierre. I'm from Slow Clap Studio, an independent game studio based in Paris, France. In Sifu, you play the role of a young Kung Fu student who is on a path for revenge after his whole family was assassinated by a squad of 5 mysterious assassins. And you will be on the hunt for the assassins of your family through 5 main environments. And as you move through these levels, you will have to use every tool at your disposal, whether it's your Kung Fu skills or everything that's in the environment to survive and prevail in dangerous combat situations. So you may have seen our real trailer in the recent State of Play, and today we're excited to share some more information about the game. Regarding combat, as you progress through the game, you'll encounter 5 bosses who are all connected to you and who are basically the assassins of your family. These 5 bosses have been inspired by Kung Fu values and the
esse dá pra... É legal, mas é PlayStation, né? Então...
Wood, fire...
Isso aí no PC talvez, né? A gente dá uma brincada. É que é temporário esse?
As you saw in the trailer, when your character dies, he revives instantly where they fell, and when your character revives, your character will age every time. Kung Fu means literally mastery through practice, and this is really an important theme of the game because we want players to feel like they've learned Kung Fu as they've played the game and like actually gain this mastery. Sifu is meant to be a challenging game, for sure. There is a limit to how much you can age, of course, and I think we'll be discussing more about what exactly happens when you do have that game over in the coming weeks and months prior to launch. Sifu will be released in 2021 on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and on the Epic Game Store.
Sifu.
Everyone will be Kung Fu fighting when Sifu hits PC, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5 later in 2021. And that brings our spring showcase to an end. I want to say a huge thank you to...
Whoa, Nicole, come on.
Deve ter último.
In true Resident Evil fashion, there's always got to be one final boss form to fight.
You're right. Okay. Yeah, I can find one more surprise. Roll the tape.
Kenna Briggs of Spirits.
I know you are kind. You sense the power that flows through this land. Yet you do
Aí,
not
Nil,
fully understand.
comprou o Xbox por isso aí, ó. A gente joga, né, esses jogos assim, mas nem sei se tem pra Xbox aí, tem? Quando eu olho esses bichinhos pretos, a primeira coisa que eu penso, 100 coletável pra pegar no jogo.
The path of a spirit guide is a lonely one.
A gosto.
And that definitely wraps up our show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. Special thank you to Nicole, and a very, very special thank you to the amazing developers who helped make this happen.
You can head over to the Future Game Show page on Steam to add your favorite games from today's show to your wish list. And don't forget to check out GamesRadar.com for all of your news, guides, and features.
I'm Jeff Shine.
And I'm Nicole Tompkins. And this has been the third Future Game Show.
Galera, eu ia ficar trocando ideia, falando dos jogos e tal. Acho que eu não vou perder nenhum minuto da minha vida falando sobre isso. Galera, vou esperar terminar esse vídeo aqui, vou finalizar a live, mas 9 horas eu tô de volta. 9 horas eu vou estar no podcast com o Cheiroso lá, que é o dono do turma do Shiboka. Beleza, galera? Então em meia hora a gente volta aí. Combinado? Vou fechar a live e abro. Beleza? Manda um salve aí, galera, que tá no chat aí e aguentou até o final comigo aqui. Foi difícil. Era muito melhor ter assistido o filme do Pelé. Beleza, galera? Daqui a meia hora, então, eu volto. Obrigadão aí, todo mundo que apareceu. Daqui a meia hora vocês voltam? Vamos combinar assim? Eu não vou nem mandar rádio pra ninguém, não. Deixa aberto aí, sei lá, quem for. Beleza? Meia horinha aqui, só tomar água no banheiro, arrumar as coisas e a gente já volta pro podcast. Um abraço, galera. Fui. O Ed mandou a rádio pra mim. Tô fechando live, velho. Galera do Ed chegando aí, cara. Vou fechar a live aí. Daqui a meia hora eu volto com o podcast, hein? Então, segura aí, galera. Daqui a meia hora eu volto aí. Ed, manda pra outra pessoa, Ed. Não sei se tá vendo. Não, vou segurar não, velho. Vou segurar. Eu vou no banheiro, me arrumar aqui, mudar as coisas aqui. Manda pra outro lá, manda brigadão mesmo. Pior evento. Eu nunca fiz evento. Quando eu escolho evento pra fazer, olha a bosta que é. Valeu, galera. Daqui a meia hora eu volto aí. Repassa a rádio aí, eu tô indo. Galera, fui!